Yes, everyone, it is finally here, the moment we've all been waiting for. I waited for a long time for this all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee to just release, and I lost my patience. At one point, I just thought it was over for the Jeep Grand Cherokee, but just when I thought it was over, it arrived. It is right here, everybody, and I have to say, I am so impressed. The first impression, it is so beautiful. Just look at this nice Wagoneer-style grille. But before we dig deeper, there's something you need to know about this Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's like cheeseburger with Italian cheese inside. And the reason I say Italian cheese is because it has the chassis of an Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Well, it shares the same chassis, by the way. But does this really dilute the American identity? Of course not. Look at the surface. It's as proud as Joe Biden and Donald Trump, guys. I mean, whoever you are, whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat, this car is something everybody's gonna love. Let's dig deeper right now. This Jeep Grand Cherokee costs 100,000 euros. Now, with this price range, it is competing against the likes of the BMW X5 and the Audi Q7, the Mercedes GLE, and of course, the Range Rover Sport. Now, when it comes to these competitors, compared to them, the Jeep Grand Cherokee was nowhere to be seen. In fact, it was almost a lost cause at one point. The only reason it existed was because of other markets elsewhere. Now, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, historically, what really set it apart was the fact that it was American. It didn't really have anything extraordinary helping its cause. But today, there's something about this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee that helps it stand out from the competition, and we're going to talk about it in detail. So first thing first, everyone, the front design of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, we see a Wagoneer-style grille, and the grille has gone all vertical. This is a very strong references to the Jeep models of the 1970s, or should I say 1980s. And also, with this chrome trim right here, it could be a reference to the Dodge Ram. Now, it doesn't come across as a surprise because now Stellantis is there, you know, and well, this was also part of the Fiat Chrysler group. It's quite interesting what we're seeing, and judging by the camera right here, you get a 360-degree parking camera with parking sensors at the front and at the rear, and you do get a night vision view as well. Now, just the only thing is that you don't get any air vent right here, everybody. You just get hard plastic with no purpose at all. Oh wait, just a little parking sensor. Now, as we approach the side view of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, we see that Jeep has played it very evolutionary for the side design. It's really interesting, except this area could be a Stellantis thing. In fact, when I saw this design right here, I immediately thought of Opel, because I know Opel introduced to this kind of design with their Opel Crossland models, or should I say Grandland? I'm not sure. You get real exhaust over there, nothing pretentious. All four doors get keyless entry. Now it is time to check out the interior of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I have to say, I love it. It is so beautiful. All right. Now, let's not get too excited, guys, because there's some advantages about this interior and at the same time, a couple of disadvantages. First advantage I just love is the strong American identity. This whole area right here strongly reminds me of what I've seen of the Dodge Ram. So it's like just physical buttons everywhere. Thank God they haven't got a huge tablet to control every single thing about the interior, because I love tablets, they're nice, but then when you have so many functions on it, it just gets really annoying. Why not just have physical buttons, right? Okay, so ventilated seats, heated seats, great. Speaking of seats, you get electric seating adjustments, and this applies to both front seats, guys. And steering adjustments. The steering adjustments are electrically adjustable, which is good, but it takes forever. Speaking of steering wheel, the steering wheel is quite nice, but it's good. It's really good. The presentation is amazing. The leather wrapping is perfect. Everything about the steering wheel is spot on. The size, the trim level, the leather quality, it is good. It is spot on, everybody. I just glanced at the window buttons, and I have some really good news to tell you all. All four windows are automated, which is good. And also the presentation of the window buttons is just beautiful. Oh my gosh! They have glasses holders too. Oh my God, thank you so much, Jeep. I love it. I really, really do. Okay, now I just looked up here. It's very busy, but they have a lot of things going on. They have controls for the panoramic sunroof. You get adjustable suspension, everyone. Now, at the moment, the suspension is at its highest setting, and I just can't seem to get it down, but it's fine. Not a big deal. The transmission is exactly like on a Jaguar and basically on Dodge Ram, I've noticed since the 2010s, they've developed an obsession with swivel wheels for their transmission. Now, I find it a bit exaggerating, but then to be fair, it doesn't really matter, because what really matters is how everything has just gone up the premium level, and they've maintained physical buttons. Thank God for that. I hate the fact that everybody has moved on to touch screens. Speaking of touch screens though, this is where the Jeep Grand Cherokee sees a big question. I looked at the quality of the navigation, the quality of the map, and it eerily resembles my experience in the PSA Group cars, like what I've seen in Peugeot and Citroën. And the same thing for the instrument cluster, everybody. So when I looked at the map, the dials, the speedometer, it's eerily similar to what I've seen in Peugeot in particular. And this is where the Jeep raises a bit of a question, because you see, when this is something meant to pick a fight with the likes of the BMW X5 and the Audi Q7, this is where you'd expect higher standards. And this is where you'd expect Jeep to do its work by itself, not, you know, seek help from partners like Peugeot. But otherwise, on the other hand, the map is responsive, but the quality of the map is just not on par with what the Germans offer. Oh my days. Oh no. I mean, it is responsive, but it's just, I can't, the quality, it's just not, it's not the same thing as what the Germans offer. Now, we do have to cover practicality solutions. So the first thing I want to point out is the cup holder. The cup holder, two cup holders right here with a cover, a piano black cover, which is good. And then you get a central console storage, two-stage. The top stage is a shallow one, and then you have to pull the second lever, and you get a deeper central console storage. And then over here, you get a little storage space for your telephone, but with lots of charging solutions. 12-volt socket, HDMI cables, USB points. It's very nicely detailed and it's perfect. You can basically live in this Jeep Grand Cherokee if necessary. Now, glove box. The quality of the glove box, like anything that's below this wooden trim, is just hard plastic, guys. And this is questionable. And oh, yeah, this bit of trim right here wobbles a lot. Stellantis, you have beautiful designs, but the quality still remains a bit of a problem. But then no brand is perfect and no group is perfect either. And when it comes to the central console, when it comes to the glove box is average for its price and segment. Now, just one thing I'd like to remark is that before checking out the door bin, I had to use the door handle. The interior is very beautiful. It's nice. But then the door handle, the quality of the door handle, everybody, it's wobbly even. I like the seating memory you get there though. The presentation of the door is nice, but then you get hard plastic underneath. But the hard plastic is at areas which you wouldn't really touch, so that doesn't really matter. You get a huge speaker though. Now the door bin, I was going to check out the door bin. It's good, it can fit a water bottle. Now it is time to check out the rear seats of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Ooh, handles right here, but you don't get handles on the B pillar, and there's some SUVs that offer that, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is the entrance is easy, guys. This is great. Now, I like the size of the door, ease of entrance, and the quality of the door is reassuring. Now let's try to see those cup holders. The cup holders are good, but they just don't hold my Canet in place. Oh look, my Canet is about to fall. Oh no. Kids, behave yourself. Don't spill anything in the back. There is a feel of the seat is really good. I'm just under the impression it's a bit on the firm side. And then my feet room is good, but then it's making contact with something underneath the seat. My shin is very close to the driver's seat though. But otherwise, my knee room is great. It's very spacious. For the headroom, there's no question at all. I don't know if it's just me, but sitting in the back seat, I get this Jeep Wrangler vibe. The back seat gives a Jeep Wrangler vibe, except it's more comfortable than a Jeep Wrangler and it's more spacious. The details, the practicality solutions are great, no doubt. The back seat pocket is a net, which is very durable. You get a micro storage space up here for some reason, and I can only wonder what you really use it for. You get two air vents right here, and no climate control. So just pray that the front passenger and the driver is generous enough to understand your climate needs. Right, everybody, the moment of truth. Now it's time to check out the boot space of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Well, Metallic plating is very nice and pleasant, and the body paint is not very much exposed. So here's my conclusion of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, everybody. This Jeep Grand Cherokee is a new chapter for the Stellantis in particular, because this is something that's now going to put a serious competition to the German competitors. There was a time we were all thinking that this is beginning to lose relevance in Stellantis. The Jeep Grand Cherokee is a lost cause. That was something we were all thinking at one point, because nobody was talking about the Jeep Grand Cherokee, but now there is a lot of buzz going on about it. But then on the other hand, if we're talking realistically about value for money of 100,000 euros, I have to say this is just okay value for money. Because to be fair, there are competitors that offer far more equipment for this price of 100,000 euros. They offer far more gadgets, or they offer far more practicality solutions from certain areas. This Jeep Grand Cherokee is full of promises. The design is there, it is beautiful, but there are competitors that just seem one step ahead of it. Personally, I love this Jeep Grand Cherokee, and there's no doubt about it. It is far better than its previous generation. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I will see you all next time, and please let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite full-sized SUV? Is it the Jeep Grand Cherokee, or is it the competitors, or please, is it the Germans again? Let me know what you all think.